Hi, my name is Eddie Sparks, Mr. Casanova, and the owner of Malibu Matchmaking. And today I'm going to talk about matchmaking for women. This video is not going to be completely perfect for all the questions that you have, but I'm going to do my best to explain our service. I'm going to run through some upgrades of our service and how it works, and at least you know a little bit about it. And hopefully we'll have somebody else explain in more detail as the questions roll in for 2024. And we'll make some adjustments for you to get you more information so you can make a better decision. Thanks for visiting our page. We got all sorts of stuff. Sometimes we get in different moods. We try different things. So there'll be all sorts of different things available to you. Our service spans from Santa Barbara, Ventura, Los Angeles, Orange County, and San Diego counties, and we will find a man for you. The hardest thing in the world to do is to find somebody single for you. And there is no rule or anything else. People come up single because they're dating someone and they left. People come up single because they got divorced. People come up single because they're ready to get married and have kids. Guys turn 40 or 35 or 38 or 39 and they say, hey, I want to have kids right now. Women come up because they're sick of living alone. So there's various packages that we run, but our membership is $15,000 and $25,000. They include five introductions to 5 different men, and we will go through the categories of what your search is going to be like right now. So hang on for a second. The first search is going to be a professional search. You're looking for a professional CPA, real estate agent. You're looking for men that are attorneys, doctors, scientists, some sort of professional degree, management of some sort. And that is a professional search. That is what you will receive here at Malibu. The second one is PhD. There's certain things that come up in your life. If you're a business owner and you want a more stable situation, also as a backup, sometimes you say, I just want to meet someone with a PhD or someone who has a master's degree and they're doing their due diligence to hold on to their profession, which is something else outside of professional that we offer. We do offer the smiler service. I'm a smiler. My wife enjoys me smiling, not all the time, because I'm very much so happy. And if you want a happy person that's going to make you laugh all the time, sometimes smilers are the best. So we go for a smiler search, which is a little bit different because we're looking for people that smile more so than people that are financially stable. And hopefully you get both. You never know. But smilers are great. I love smiling. The fourth one is models. Sometimes y'all work hard in your life. You say, hey, I want to wake up next to 6-pack of abs. I don't care if it doesn't take a shower, whatever. So, that comes with its own version of life. That comes with going to the gym, eating, all sorts of things, going to that particular style. They're not going to do things that you might want them to do, like change tires and stuff like that. So we do offer model services. This is Los Angeles. You can have whatever you want. Business owners, some of you are business owners, you like business owners, but men are different monsters in business. Men get up in the morning, they go to work a little bit early, they don't really care what they eat, they're eating egg rolls or whatever for breakfast. They've got their own mantra, they got their own things to do. Not all business owners are wearing a suit. Some business owners own gas stations, some business owners own pest control companies, some business owners own all sorts of things. So it just depends on how casual you are, but if you want to go with the business owner search, we have you for that. We have an elitist search. So if you want politics or you want to meet somebody's kid specifically, or who you want to meet, or you want to meet a rock artist, this is Los Angeles. I own more than one business. I own 3 businesses. And one of my businesses is entertainment. So I do have access to things that you might not have access to. But unfortunately, a lot of people have management and fees along with going with that particular genre. So there's upgrades to it. We're going to have to pay some money to be able to meet them. And you're going to have to pay some money to be able to meet them the first time. And you're going to have to be able to pay some money to go out on a date with them. So, there's just different things that happen when you go into the next level. I have a Gucci Dior package, which is all your club people and all your fancier socialite people. Not all business owners are like that. Not all student minded people are like that. Not all employees are like that. Not all business owners are like that. But there are certain people that may be just like you. They say, I want this. And they're going to dress nicer, they're going to smell nicer, and they're going to do other things that you may not necessarily agree with. But that might be who you are. And to be fair, there's a lot of matchmaking agencies out there that specialize in that also. But we will look for it for you if you do sign up. And that does not necessarily mean that is on income level, but it will be somewhere in that genre of correct for your life. Matchmaking is one of the oldest professions. So with me, I have worked in a matchmaking agency. When I started, I was on Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. I got the second one. And then I moved on to the greater Los Angeles area. I started working in Orange County also. Worked in matchmaking for a long time. This agency has been involved with matchmaking since 2016 when I started the business. So we will bring you to your destination. I've flown to the number one male matchmaker on the earth whose grandfather and father was a matchmaker. And I've learned things that I can apply from that situation, a different culture in Ireland, to apply it to what we're doing here. Because everybody deserves to get married, and that's how it is, right? But it's all about how you get introduced. So Malibu's got 5 introductions, which is what you're paying for here at Malibu. Now, we have some upgrades, so we'll talk about the upgrades because we know what we're going to pay. International, something different. I'll talk about that in a second. But our upgrades advertise my single status. Now you might be actually the to-do, right? So being in DuPont or being in Jet Setter magazine or being in LA or Orange County magazine with full spread, you standing in front of your Tesla or whatever, or in front of your business may be attractive to you. Having a full layout, having Malibu Match on there. Hey, come meet me. Guess who's single? And asking for volunteers sometimes is the best process for you, but it is more expensive. It's just expensive to run full page ads and anything. We can use electronic ads also, but there's rules about it. So we kind of work within what we're doing, and we just give you the option. Hey, do you want to ask for volunteers? Because we're going to find you somebody, but there might be somebody out there that's the big kahuna. I don't know. So we have a Fix Me package. Sometimes I look at you and say, hey, let's talk about the Fix Me package, because 2 days before you go on a date, the day before you go on a date, I want you a certain way, and I want you to be a certain way, because who you're meeting is worth meeting. And first impressions are the way. It is. Now you say, hey, I'm not worried about me, right? I'm not worried about me, right? I'm worried about him. So we have a Man Me package, which is the same as our lifestyle package, where I'm going to prepare the man to meet you. All right, it's not necessarily included in our service. Why would I have mandatory shaving your face and taking a shower and getting tweezed part of my package? Because that doesn't make sense. But sometimes it really is. Sometimes it's just different people. Sometimes they're horse people. They don't care. They don't know that there's 40 million inches of ear hair coming out of their ear. They have no idea. But the truth is, they still substantially could meet you and have a great life. So it just depends on how you want to orientate your upgrades. Sometimes putting a couple bucks aside is not that expensive, but it is worth doing. And then we also have the Represent Me package. So sometimes I have to be who you are sometimes in order to facilitate your needs. It just depends on who you are and what you're doing. Most of the time, there is no need for it, because I meet them in their office, or I meet them out there, or I meet them in my office, depending on what's going on. But on occasion, you want to meet somebody specific. So I have to go to the Ferrari shindig, right? And I need a tuxedo, or I need a Ferrari to arrive, right? So sometimes there's upgrades that mandatorily represent you, depending on who you are. And right now, our service is okay. And we don't really offer, my salary is covered, or the business's salary is covered, or the matchmaker's salary is covered. But in reality, there are costs that you want to upgrade the situation to include what we're trying to do. And then we have the Gucci package. Sometimes I have to get into the club in Paris, or I have to go to New York, or I have to go to LA in this particular club that is where you go, but you go a little higher than what normally would be. So then I'm buying $1,000 bottles, and someone's going to pay for that. It's not necessarily included, but matchmaking is the ultimate search, and doing what you do and finding who you want to find sometimes is included. And the men are out there, and they are like that. So sometimes me being like that and being in the super high-end fishing tournament or being in bowling or whatever, the botany club or whatever it is, sometimes getting into the yacht club is going to cost me $1,500, and I'm not going to cover that. So, it just depends. You can't be everywhere at the same time. You can easily introduce yourself to anyone. However, purchasing introductions from Malibu Matchmaking is going to help you get a date, get engaged, and get married. Now, one part of our service also is marriage. So if you do get married, we do have a fee. We have a marriage fee that you will pay as our bonus that you got married. If you marry someone that we introduce you to or marry someone later, the truth is that you went through a process where you learned a lot about yourself, you learned a lot about dating men, and you made a choice, and we're going to show up and shake hands with people. And if there's another matchmaker involved, they show up too. Great. Well, I'll shake hands. We'll all party too, because that's a great day for you, a great day for us. We'll have a big entourage there, and you'll just have more fun. We'll try not to be the star of the show. Okay. We do offer international. I've been to every country in Central, South America, and the Caribbean. Took 8 years. I lived abroad 8 years in this area, and I have been to all the other countries. We charge $35,000 and $45,000 for those packages, which is pretty much the same. Everything is the same that we do. Our process is the same, but we have to pay for plane tickets, an apartment, other staff that we don't normally have to pick up, and there's a cost to that. We get paid on the plane. Everything else is included with the additional cost. Am I comfortable? Yes. But the thing is, we don't know what the men are doing over there. I cannot do that job or have somebody else do that job unless they show up. Because then they'll be at their house, and I'll make them go to their house, because not necessarily playing games with them, see what their neighborhood is like, and introduce themselves and introduce myself, because they're going to be upstanding people in the community, but that doesn't mean that they're not living right next to their ex-wife and their ex-girlfriend, and their mistress lives with them. I do not know. So men are never going to make the entire list of things that you want. However, men are still looking to get married every single day. They call me from other countries every single day. They call me from LA every single day. They call in all the time saying the same story. I'm 36. I want to get married and have kids. I'm 42. I want to get married and have kids. I'm 40. I want to get married. Sometimes they're like, I'm 28. I don't want to waste any more time, and a lot of them hit that financial stable part of their life. And if women are a little bit different because they're a little bit more picky, but in reality, I can only offer you myself and the matchmakers that we have that have been trained by myself. So we are looking, right? We are looking for you specifically on who's single now. We're not going to sit there and break up other people. We're not going to try to drag drama into their life or your life. And we're just going to vet people, make sure they're who they say they are, make sure they have jobs, interview them, enjoy the fact that we met new people, and introduce new people into your circle. You're going to fall in love with the people that you're around the most. So we're going to change the people that you're around the most. And we might force you to do things that you don't want to do all the time, but you guys are adults. I don't have any rules. I'm not some of the other matchmakers, some things that you might have heard or saw on TV just isn't true. In real life, hey, you worked your whole life. Now it's time to just stop, right? Deal with this. Let's just deal with this, go on this fantasy land, and introduce working back into the situation later. Honestly, that is how my philosophy is. If you like it, you put a ring on it, right? You commit to it, and then go on with your life. Have as many arguments as you want to. Control them later. Control them today. Do whatever you need to do. My wife controls me 24 hours a day. She'll leave. She doesn't care. So I love to have fun. She doesn't take everything as jovial as I do. And the truth is, you might not either. Everybody stays on their plan, But in reality, you can do a staycation just as easy. Los Angeles got beaches. Los Angeles got skiing. Los Angeles got everything you can do. And if you shorten your life to 3-day work weeks or 2-day work weeks, good. Because hopefully you lose some business, or hopefully you lose some income, and then you go back to work harder for somebody else. My name's Eddie Sparks, the owner of Malibu Matchmaking. That's everything we got. All the explanations aren't there for you. All our questions are not going to be answered for you here, but the process is the same. I do have a questionnaire. You do not have to fill it out. You can call us and we will fill out our version, our office version for you. There is no correlation between filling that form out and being in any sort of database, as we do not need to know beforehand, because people are just going to be not single. It's going to waste hours of our time, and we do the process a certain way. I hope you find your cutie pie at MalibuMatchmaking.com. Our phone number is 323-247-4453. You can hit us up at info@MalibuMatchmaking.com. We do offer Spanish men. We do offer Spanish service. Hola at MalibuMatchmaking.com. Give us a WhatsApp if you're international. We do look for expats and other people that live abroad. So if you are looking for an American that lives in one of the islands or in some beach remote place, at least you'll have a relationship when you get there. Most of the time, I suggest that you are going to move there or have lived there or do live there now in order to find a spouse. Because this is not television. Right? This is real life. This is a lot of fun. Everything you do is going to be a great time, and hopefully you'll find your perfect match right here at Malibu Matchmaking. My name's Eddie Sparks. You all have a great day.